this is out, me and Bobby have always said one day that we want to drop our own hip-hop mixtape. Because we cool like that. That's cool. That's cool. So here's some inspiration. So I don't have Will Smith here with me, but you know, I do have a few of these guys to help me out. DJ, drop that beat. Now this is a story all about how Fabian ended up in a wedding gown. I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there. I'll tell you how we ended up with the wedding of the year. Born in Portugal ways, the tennis go was father was spent most of the days cheering out Nats and pushing the bass, playing a single live kept hitting the ace. Probably went to St. Julian's, best school in the hood. Showed the parents the grades, said look I did good. But one day she told her mom, hey this is my babe, I'm moving to America to go to Penn State.
You're looking at me like that's it. Are you Gabriel? You're up next. Ladies and gentlemen, you need to get